Okay, hooray. This is the data science and analytics training. My name is Victor, and I'm going to be presenting this curriculum description to you. Okay, many of us have heard the word data science. We call it the new oil. What do we hope to learn in this course? So you hope to learn quite a lot. So we're going to be exploring Python as a tool, as a language, via one or two IDs like the Jupyter Notebook or the Colab. I'm also going to be exploring SPSS, is a tool, statistical package for social sciences. It's been acquired by IBM. We're going to be looking at quite a number of Python libraries. So what do you call libraries? So libraries are like predefined functions that will help you do whatever you want to do a little bit faster. So in Python, instead of you trying to code with plain core Python, to, let's say, get your data, clean your data, plot graphs and whatever. So you're not going to be using some Python libraries. So take, for instance, when you go to, if you're given an assignment in school or in college, one of the things you want to do, instead of trying to do your assignment from your heads up, which will take a lot of time, so what they do is go to a library, you have some already, you have some books already in some niches, some areas, you pick them up, you adapt whatever you have there in the library to your assignment. So that's how the Python libraries are. So we're going to be looking at numpy, pandas, matplotlib. So numpy is numerical Python. So it helps us to do all of the mathematical calculations we're going to be doing in data science. So it makes it a lot easier for us. So we're also going to be looking at pandas. So pandas will help us for data manipulation. It's flexible. Imagine if we need to pick something from a row, take it up to another column. So we're going to do all of these things hands-on. Then matplotlib, mathematical plotting library. So how do we do 2D plots, do some basic plots, even at times 3D plots of our data? So what a data scientist is going to do is going to be doing data cleaning, mining, visualization, machine learning, predictive modeling, because you want to be able to tell the future from the data you have right at hand. So don't forget to check the channel. You'll see a complete description of what data science is about, what the data science process is like, right? So check the channel. You're going to see details about data science, what data science is, and the data science process. I spent time to explain right from collection of data to you doing AI. So, but in this curriculum description, I'm going to be explaining all of the things you're going to be learning in the data science course. So who should choose this course? This course is suitable for students that and also professionals. So it depends if you're trying to start a career in data science, or you're professional, you want to brush up your skill in data science. So this course is for you. If you're a web developer, you want to see how can you do interact with data. For instance, you might have your data in SQL, you might have it in CSV, depending on how your data comes from your database. How do you do some basic analytics? For system engineers, mobile app programmers, if you're an AI, artificial intelligence and machine learning enthusiast, this course is for you. Some of the benefits is that it will get you started with data science. So data science have quite a lot of tools. You can also check the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and like, share to your friends and colleagues. In our data science video where I explained the different tools, there are quite a number of tools. But in this course, we're restricting ourselves to just about 3-4 tools. We're going to be looking at Python as a language. We're going to be using the Jupyter Notebook or the Colab. Then we're also going to be using SPSS as a tool. Then we're going to be looking at Kobo as a tool. Then we're going to be looking at Google Data Studio. So those are the 3 tools we are going to be looking at in this particular course. So it's going to give you a great head start, though there are quite a number of tools. So starting with 2 or 3 will get your feet wet. So This course will help the student in proceeding for beginner-friendly project. The course is heavy on projects. There are many projects that we're going to be working on in this course. So with this course, you'll be able to take on data science project easily. So at the end of this course, you get a Python certification. It will help you to also be versatile in Python, because Python is a huge language, right? It can be used for gaming, can be used for web development, mobile app development, data science, machine learning, and the rest. But our focus is going to be how we can use Python to do data science. So some of the modules we're going to be considering, about 7 core modules we're going to be considering in this course is: 1, we're going to be looking at Python programming, basic Python programming, the language. We're going to be looking at variables like you have in any other language, whether it's PHP, Java, C++, whatever language. There are some basics in programming that you need to be aware of. We're not going to go so deep. We're going to go intermediate up to the level that will help you be able to do data science, right? Now, because we're going to be using the libraries more to be able to help us do all of our analytics and analysis. So we're going to be laying the foundation with Python programming language. Then we'll move over to the libraries like numpy, pandas, matplotlib, seaborn to do our visualization. So once we can understand the basics in Python, that's very sufficient for us to use all of those libraries. Now, the second module is data visualization. For instance, if you have a list of students in a college, you just have them in numbers. So with visualization, you can be able to tell how many students have enrolled for Cisco networking training, how many students have enrolled for Python data science training, how many students have enrolled for for cybersecurity. So you have it in a graph-like format, column bar charts, line graphs. All of these things will help you better interpret your data. Then, of course, we'll start examining some machine learning algorithms. So we'll look at 1 or 2 machine learning algorithms like linear regression, logistic regression, K-means. So we'll pick 2 of the algorithms and see how can we, from data, be able to do some predictions. Then, of course, we're going to see how do we use SPSS to do especially research-based analysis. For instance, in as much as you have several data science tools, not all of them are going to do some job very well. If you are given an academic research or a business or a feasibility study research, most of the times, SPSS is going to be your best bet. SPSS, R programming, and SAS, Stata, it will do it quite well compared to how Python is going to handle it. Not that you cannot do that with Python or you cannot do it with Power BI. These are data science tools, but SPSS will do it very, very well. So we picked Python and SPSS because it will get your feet wet to be able to start learning how to do data science. Then we're going to be using Google Forms. If you're doing a research, you should be able to do your questionnaires. So in this course, you have a curriculum, a module on questionnaire design. It's quite a lengthy one, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel and invite your friends. You have a curriculum on questionnaire design. So that questionnaire design part of this course will help you learn how to create questionnaires, standardize them, make sure you don't have leading questions and the rest. So once your questionnaire is done, you can now craft it in Google Forms or Microsoft Forms or any of the forms that you can use, or you can even use SurveyMonkey. Then once you are done with that, so the questionnaire design will help you craft your questionnaires, send them either physically printed or online. Then the data comes in, you export your CSV file. At times when you are going to need to do to collect GPS location, so KoboToolBox will do that very well for you. Google Map will not be able to pick GPS location. I haven't done that before. If you can do that as of now, I'm not very sure. But KoboToolBox is going to do that for you. Pick data allocation, and you could do some kind of subjective kind of questions. Then when the data comes in, you import it into your SPSS or your Python, then start doing some descriptive analysis, right? Start doing some exploratory data analysis. Then we're going to learn how to use the Google Data Studio. That's an introductory form. We're going to learn how to use that to do some analytics. So module 1. In module 1, we're going to be looking at software installation and setup. You're going to learn how to install your software, how to either Anaconda. So Anaconda is like a work environment for data analysts. It will help you. It has many libraries pre-installed. Or if you prefer not to, if you're not a software type like myself, you can use Colab. Colab is a Google platform, COLAB. You could do that online, right? So you set up your environment. Then we're going to introduce you to the data science process. That content is already in the channel. Then we'll take you through some Python crash course, right? Understand basics of Python, variables, lists, tuples, dictionaries, and all of that. Then we'll go over to numpy. Then we'll start using pandas. Then we have some case study. We have about 2-3 hands-on labs we're going to be doing here. So we're going to be using some 50,000 data sets, or rather 50,000 observations in a data set, and try to manipulate them, do some analysis, and it will get you going. Then in module 2, we're going to be looking at data visualization. How do we visualize data? So it's not enough to explore our data to do mean, median, mode, how many of these, just some kind of descriptive analysis. We need to go ahead and start visualizing it. So we're going to be looking at some case study, the previous case study, and also some COVID-19 data visualization. How do we visualize our data? Because when we visualize our data, it will help us better understand data and be able to help us make analysis, make inferences. Then in module 3, we're going to be looking at machine learning algorithms. So in machine learning, you're trying to allow data to be able to tell tomorrow. So the machine there is actually the data. So if today, for instance, I take a cup of water, day 1, day 2, I take 2 cups of water, day 3, I take 3 cups of water, day 4, I take 4 cups of water. There are so many machine learning algorithms that if given this data set, we're able to tell me how many cups of data will I be taking by 5 days, by 10 days, by 20 days. And there are so many machine learning algorithms. So which do you pick for whichever kind of situation? So we're going to be looking at the different machine algorithms and see which can we use to do some kind of predictive analysis based on what conditions, what type of data, and what circumstances, right? So we're also going to be looking at some of them like linear regression, like k-means, and we'll also do some case studies. We'll do some hands-on so that you better understand these things. Then module 4, like I said, we're going to be introducing you to SPSS, Statistics Package for Social Sciences. It's now acquired by IBM. We're going to let you know how to set up your system, install the software, then of course, learn how to design questionnaires, use KoboToolBox to design your questionnaire, send it out, or use Google Form. Then import your data and define your variables, then do some analysis with that, right? So you're going to be doing like 2-3 projects on this particular module. Then in module 5, you're going to be learning chart plotting. You're going to be doing some projects. We're going to review them. Then you do some case studies. Then you have a second questionnaire. In module 6, you're going to be looking at exploratory data analysis, charts, business intelligence, insight from data. So how do you get some intelligence, some kind of insight? You can have a CSV file or an Excel sheet of 500 records. How can you understand what that data is saying? So you need to be able to plot it. You need to be able to make inference from that data set. And the course will conclude by you doing some projects, you doing some research, then of course, certification. So thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to know when these recordings are going to be posted. And don't forget to invite your friends.